The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the February 22nd, the magical, magnificent, marvelous Monday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, well, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that is this. During this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial out in 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we've got you covered there too. Go ahead and send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question, of course, in our Tiger's Den. Well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on magical, magnificent, marvelous Monday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to Lush Show. A mixed bag out here. You got the Dow trading the upside, 101 points. The S&P is off 14. NASDAQ down 250. Russell's up 6. Semis are off 74. The transport's new all-time high. They're trading up 228 points, trading out of 13,502. Total mixed bag. Wilshire 5,000 off 184 points. Spot volatility trading out at 22.35, still below its 50-day exponential moving average. Gold's up $32 and has higher to run. I'm not saying higher at this moment, but it could be at this moment. But it should run higher. Silver is up 80 cents. That's up nearly 3%. Trading out at 28.04. Light sweet crude up nearly 3%. 61 buckaroonies. Man, filled up the car yesterday. 4 buckaroonies. Very close to was 3, like 90 something out there. So I pay much more for gas, 50 cents more a gallon for gas in Delray Beach than I do when I'm over in Naples. Yesterday I was in both spots, so I had the chance to fill the car up a couple, well, not totally fill it up, but in any event out there, light sweet crude, it's what a tax that is on people. You've got natural gas off 8 cents, trade out at 2.90, 30-year treasuries down 11 ticks, trade out at 162.24. Lead the charge dollar-wise, the upside up $75 or 3.3% is booking holdings. $16 for NRGU, Microsectors U.S. Big Oil Index, 3X. Okay, haven't traded that. To the upside, you've got Cooper Tire up $13, 29%. Spotify up 12, 3%. United Rentals up 4. To the downside, MicroStrategy off $81 or 8%, trading out at $8.82. Mercado Libre off 4%. Amazon is down a little over 1.75% off $56. Shopify down 49. Tesla is off 40. So we got plenty to look at. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at. The first request coming in from Steve W. And Steve W wants to take a look at ticker symbol FLGT, and he wants to take a look at Steve Woods. This is the individual who created this little tool that we have on our screen out here, which is float analysis. And what we've got through the eSignal application, they actually have Steve's float tool out here. And the float tool, I would have to have Steve really completely describe it to you, but Steve asked me to go ahead and post this so he could take a look at it. Here's what we know. Steve, I think you're looking for an entry point into it. So you can see your float tools at the bottom of that float screen and also what it is. I'm going to turn the float off for a moment just so that it's not so confusing to everybody that's watching. It's also pulling back into a buy zone. That buy zone is the bottom of its bullish structured daily profile. So that exact price, Steve, is 116.19. The center, 124.38. And you can see the price is right in this wedge here. This is the area of support. So that is 116.19 to 124.38. Again, here's the same chart with your float analysis on it. I'm going to delete this only because I placed this in the wrong spot. But I am going to go ahead and pull over my other chart to take a look at the daily time frame for flight, see what it shows us. And Steve, what this shows us here is that this generated Rhodes momentum indicator top. Today is going to be bar number 6. And if price were to close below 116.19, the signal to both you and I is that price would pull back to its breakout level at 70.20. Do we have that signal that that's what it's going to do as we speak right now? We do not. But what we should go do is go look at a short-term time frame chart for you. For example, a 30-minute chart. If, in fact, there's going to be some type of bottom, we should see some type of signal coming from the shorter-term time frames. I prefer to use a 30-minute for the early signal out here. And as we take a look at it, it's going to suggest no. Now is not the time to enter this trade. We don't have any kind of, well, I take that back. Hold on a minute. Hold on, Steve-O. I now see something. What you're going to be watching, the session at 11 o'clock this morning, a 30-minute time frame, was the bar following bar number 9 of a TD9 count. Plus it was a hammer candle. That's at 120.65. Your trade right now below that, you're at 120.49. Steve, there's an expression I like to use, which is when you close below the bottom of a daily hammer candle, or any hammer candle. We're looking at a 30-minute. If you're long, you're wrong, just from a directional standpoint. So this is suggesting lower price. And if this is suggesting lower price, that says you got to wait, or you should wait, for that 116.19 level. Do the same thing that we just did on a short-term time frame chart. See if you can find some type of bottoming signal. Because below that, you're looking at 70.20. So that was ticker symbol FLGT. And that was for Steve Woods, who created that cool float turnover channel. We had another question that came in. This came in earlier this morning. This is from David H. And David wants to take a look at Canadian National Railway. CNI is the ticker symbol. Let's go ahead and get it up on our charts out here. And here's what we can see. We can see that price is consolidating with inside its daily profile. So, David, that's between 105.42 and 108.76. Price is consolidating inside the weekly profile, and that's between 105.83 and 111.54. Let's pull over my other charts. And specifically, you've got a small position. You've been in the stock for quite a while. Where would be a good place to add your position, in essence, is your question. So as we take a look at it, I see that. We'll get to that as soon as we get back from this breakout here. We'll finish this off. Just speaking with the production room. In any event, David, this has a TD9 count top. Today and on Thursday, price was testing, and so far it's rejected that oscillator and change line at 107.61. Is that good enough place for you to get in? Since you already hold a position here, and we have a valid TD9 count top, and price is consolidating with inside the daily profile, the suggestion is going to be 105.42 to 102.96. 102.96 is the daily breakout. 105.42 is the bottom of that daily profile. Now, if you're an aggressive trader out here, and you may know more about Canadian National Railway out here, then getting back to that oscillator and change line could be a place to enter. I would prefer that oscillator and change line would be green, and it's not. It is red out there. So you're looking for an entry point. I would be patient. Again, 102.96 or 105.42 would be the numbers that I would be looking for. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be back in just a few.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as,
whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live, and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 110, S&P's down 12. We're going to go out to Denver, Colorado, and speak with Ron. Ron, thanks so much for holding. Thanks for calling in. How are you doing today?
I'm feeling great, Steve. Thank you very much for the time. I wanted to, if you would take a look at a small biotech company, Pharmasite. It's Paul Michael Charles Boy, PMCB.
CB.
Showing a big move this morning. It's, 2 cents to 3 cents, but I just wondered, how do you determine how high this, or whether or not this rally will hold or go higher, or what do you think when you?
Yeah, so on penny stocks, I'm nowhere. I'm not an expert at the way these things trade. I can just share with you. When we're dealing with something that's a 2 cent, 3 cent stock out here. I mean, it can be pushed around pretty easily. I can provide you with information, as far as what my tools are showing. But are you looking to take a long trade into this, or what do you?
Well, no, I was going to hold on to some of it. I bought a bunch of it here a couple weeks ago at under 2 cents, and I was thinking of putting in some, sell some at 4 cents, and hold on to some. But that's fine. I don't want to bother you. It's a cell encapsulation technology. If it works, they're going after pancreatic cancer.
Yeah.
If it works, it's go bananas. 7 or 8 years ago, went up around 45 cents, but who knows?
Sure. So it's not
if you
a
don't
bother.
mind, is it? I was looking at Intel, maybe going into Intel for about a week and a half on a call spread. Is this a good entry on Intel, INTC?
Sure. We'll go take a look at that. So all I was going to really suggest to you, Ron, is if you're looking to hold this long term, just use it as like an unexpired option trade. Figure out how much of your capital you want to allocate to it. Buy that number of shares, at 2 cents, 3 cents, or what have you. Stick it in the drawer and let it run. As far as where this thing might run into resistance next out here, at least with regard to profile levels, would be at about a nickel. That's coming from the monthly time frame chart. So no problem to ask about these. It's just that I'm hesitant to suggest.
I understand it.
With something
this is the kind of things they could play games with. Who knows?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So Intel's a little bit more difficult to play games with. So let's go take a look at it. And as far as what Intel is communicating,
I just wondered if it's a good entry point here.
Well, Right now what I can share with you is prices trade above the top of the daily, weekly, and monthly profile. So that suggests that it is in breakout mode unless we were able to see some other topping signal. That would be picked up by our profile charts, certainly. But prices above all levels of resistance, so I think you wanted to hear that. On a daily time frame, as we take a look at the chart for Intel, is that right? Let me get today's date. I am. So as I take a look at Intel today, price might pull back and test the, well, what you got today inside of Intel on the daily time frame, depending on the candle close, Ron, is you have a confirmed Rhodes momentum indicator top. Now, what that suggests is that price should go tag the 59.91 level. That's the top of the daily profile. Now, this profile formed below price. And ordinarily, and even in this situation, that's a bullish signal. So I wouldn't exit the position, but you do have a topping pattern out here, and price should pull back and test that 59.91 level. If price gets below that, it could get down to the 58.43, 58.93 area. And if price ever closed below 58.43, 55.36 would be the number. On a weekly time frame, let's go see what this is communicating to us. Nothing bearish here. So it's the daily that's going to be driving the current. Nothing bearish on the weekly, so to speak. So it's really going to be controlled by the daily time frame. And I would have to say that based upon the way it's trading right now, you should expect this to pull back to 59.91-ish. So you're looking for an entry point. It's between those numbers that I gave you. And I'd say it's watch 59.91 if it tests and rejects it. What you'd like to see, Ron, is you would like to see as prices coming back in that area, when you go to your short-term time frame chart, let's say 15 or 30 minute, you see some type of bottoming pattern, some type of bottoming signal. And then if you get that, then it's time to go ahead and fire away. If you don't, it just becomes a bit more suspect. So that's what I see when I take a look at it. Does that help you?
Yes, very much so. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay, great. Hey, Ron,
Thank you,
always
sir.
good to hear from you. You
Appreciate
bet.
the
Thanks
time.
so much
Thanks.
for calling in. You bet. That was Ron in Denver, Colorado. I do want to go back because I didn't complete the questions on which chart was that? That was for David in Texas, and that was CNI, because he was also asking for, he says, hey, I'm long. I want to protect my position as well. So what do I suggest? When we take a look at, well, this is Intel. I don't want Intel. So here's what I would share with you, and you may have gotten this from the numbers that I gave to you, which was the bottom of the daily profile is 105.42 and 105.83 is the bottom of the weekly. So, and this trades average true range over the last 10 days is $2.07. I would say if you get a close below 105.42, odds favor that you're going to go down and test the lows in the 101 level. Whether you want to hold it for that period of time or not, I don't know. But that's what I would be watching for there. So I wanted to make sure that I fully answered that question. And that, again, was for David in Texas. The next question coming in from John. John wants to take a look at PBCT. PBCT, which is People's United Financial. Let me get that going here. PBTC. And John's question is, Steve, look at PBTC. I bought it 1057, and today's gap up seems like it's going to come crashing down soon. Wow. Want your thoughts on what the chart is telling us. Love the show, and thanks in advance, John from Connecticut. Well, John, thanks for loving the show. I love that you love the show. And you're worried about this gap to the upside with volume, and that it's going to come crashing down. So big gap on the daily, gap on the weekly, not a gap on the monthly. But everything on the daily, weekly, monthly chart out here looks pretty good. People's United Financial Inc. I don't know. Is this a Chinese bank? I have no idea. PBCT. Maybe CT, it's a Connecticut bank. And I guess we could always look it up, but we're not going to. So PBTC, what we want to do here for John is just simply go take a look at the daily patterns, weekly patterns out here. And from a pattern standpoint, this formed a TD9 count top 4 days ago. 4 days ago. And today you've gapped up above that. That just led to, in essence, a test of the oscillator and change line, Stevie's green line out here. That was both on Thursday and Friday. So those were bullish tests. Price remained above the top of its daily profile, John. So that's bullish. And this says, hey, 18 buckaroonies. I've taken out a resistance level, a TD9 count. I want to move higher. The question is, move higher to where? Well, If we look at the weekly time frame chart, what we can see is prices approaching a breakdown level, and that's at 1865. Now, John, I am not saying when it gets to 1865, it's going to break down like it did before, but that becomes your resistance level. On a weekly basis, this is bar number 8 of a TD9 count. We know that a TD9 count can form a high. Or a top on bars 8, 9, or the bar following 9. You could have a few more weeks beyond this, but price should target that 1865. That's on the weekly time frame chart. The monthly time frame chart, what is its suggestion to you and I? Well, if it closes above $17 this month, the month of February, that's saying, hey, I'm going to go retest those highs in the 20, 50 level. So what do? You're concerned that this is going to come crashing down, and there is no tool that I have that predicts the future. So what I could suggest to you, you've got a nice winner here, lots of options. You can just move your stop, 58 cents times 1.618, below where it closes today. You could take some off. You could take your principal off, let it run, but it looks like it wants to continue to move higher. That is People's United Financial Link. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den trading room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. A couple of requests inside our Tiger's Den. One is the Oil Service Holders Trust. OIH is the ticker symbol out here. It's trading out 194.47. Nice move today. It's trading above the top of its daily profile. It's moving above the top of its weekly profile and trading into its monthly set of profiles, 191.76 being the bottom of that monthly profile out there. So let's go take a look at what it's communicating to us. Everything here looks pretty bullish. And price is moving higher, doing less relative energy, not a problem. It has that same pattern, has for a while. There have been a couple of bearish reversal candles. They are all negated today. So this suggests that it wants to continue to move higher. The question is where. Let's see if we can get a breakdown level on our weekly. We do. And so over the longer or intermediate term time frame, it looks like 260.20. 260.20 is the TD9 breakdown level. Now, this is going to be week number 8, it appears, or bar number 8 of a TD9 count. This has respected the 9 counts, both at the last bottom, then the last top, and so is the third time a charm. Now, it typically is forming these tops and bottoms in the bar following bar number 9. So what that suggests, I think it was SNP in the Tigers, I don't recall who asked about it, is that if the OIH is going to top, based upon the price, because look at here, you've got a TD9 count top out here, a TD9 count bottom, both of those the bar after bar number 9. Back it up further, we can see a nice TD9 count bottom that formed. That was the bar after bar number 9. So there's 3 instances. So maybe this is the 4th time is the charm out here. And that would say if it's going to form a top, perhaps it does it on Wednesday. So that's what it looks like. But right now, things are bullish. Looks like it wants to continue to move higher. S&P, I hope that helps you out. We also had a request inside the Tigers Den to look at Gene. I think it might have been Bob, but my apology. It's off of my screen right now. To a certain extent, it doesn't really matter who requested it, but I do appreciate that you do request it. With regard to Gene Technologies out here, price is consolidating both inside its daily and weekly profiles. And that is between the price levels of 378 and 573 for the weekly, 230 and 496 for the monthly. But prices trade out at 526, so it's above the top of the profile for the monthly basis out there. Ideally, you'd like to see a close above 573. But let's go take a look at Gene for its daily time frame out here. And the daily time frame, what do we have? Well, let's populate it. We don't have much. I don't have anything out here to, what's this going to communicate to us? This is going to communicate to you and I in the daily time frame chart. It's really weird. No, it's got everything. So where we're at right now, you can see the price is trading below the oscillator and change line. No bottoming or no topping signal. I mean, there's a Rhodes momentum indicator top. It wasn't that wide-ranging bar because that was the rising window. The gap to the upside was actually the bear sash candle back here in late January. But that being said, it still looks bullish with a potential for a retracement out here. The potential for the retracement is priced below 540, the oscillator and change line, and above the top of the profiles. So if it is going to retrace, 466 would become the number. Now, I guess the question is, well, is it going to retrace, Steve-O? So I've got to go populate one of my other charts so we can go take a look at the 30-minute time frame. I thought I had done that. I did not. That's okay. This just takes a moment. Let's pull this over here. Let's look at the 30-minute time frame and see if there's any kind of a signal out here. There may or may not be. And on the 30-minute time frame, what do we have? I don't have a signal. This actually suggests that price will pull back. You can see the continued deflection of the oscillator and change line, which is now red. So this would suggest on a 30-minute basis, Gene wants to pull back to the 482 area. 489, 482, but I'd say 482. Now, it does have support or potential support at the bottom of the 30-minute profile. That's at 515. So that's what I see when we take a look at Gene for its daily and its 30-minute time frame. I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for making that request. I think we got all the requests inside the Tigers Den, so that's good. Let's go back to the emails out here. And Hector and the fuel injector. Hey, Hector and Patty, how are you guys today? Hopefully well, and happy Marvelous Monday to you as well. REGN, Regenerative Pharmaceuticals, is what they would like us to track down, so we're going to go do that. REGN. And the question is, pulling back on light volume again today, thoughts about nibbling here for a long-term hold. Well, let's go take a look at REGN. And we can see trading below swing points on the daily time frame, trading below the bottom of the daily profile and prior swing points. And the monthly is saying, man, Regenerative Pharmaceuticals, maybe it's going to pull back to 404 or something along those lines. That's the bottom of its monthly profile. Now let's go take. So this is not suggesting nibbling. This is suggesting taking it out to the trash. But let's go take a look at Regeneron Pharmaceuticals, its other charts, see if there's some other signals out here. So let's begin by taking a look at the daily time frame. And on the daily time frame, today is going to be bar number 9 of a TD9 count. Okay, this, when it formed its last bottom, was bar number 9. Do you go ahead and take that trade now, when it could be the bar following bar number 9, or not at all? Well, the answer would come from the 30-minute time frame chart. And on the 30-minute time frame chart, you'd have to see some kind of a bottom. Well, what you do have is a TD9 count bottom, and that occurred about 2 hours ago. And price right now is dealing with the top of its 30-minute profile, right where we're trading, right about 464. We're 463.96. Now, if price does close above this, you little nibbler you, then what price might do is get up to 472.82. In fact, more likely than not, it would get up to 472.82. That's its TD9 breakdown level. Will it be able to clear that? That I don't know. A close above that, Hector and Patty, that would be the first indication that, okay, maybe there is something to the daily time frame chart TD9 count, but not until then. Even if I go to a real short-term time frame, that'd be 15-minute out here, 15-minute chart. What do we have? I don't have zip, zilch, nada to assist us there. Weekly time frame chart, what do we have? Weekly time frame chart says, boy, we're down below a TD9 count bottom. Man, and that even says 279.22. You know, Hector, as stocks in this sector go, Regeneron just simply looks broken. There's something wrong with Regeneron. Maybe it's some of these drugs that they're working on. Maybe they're not as good. Maybe the market knows something out here. Maybe they're really not as good. Maybe there's going to be, who knows. But the stock, here's the IBB. I assume, maybe it's a bad assumption, that Regeneron Pharmaceuticals is part of the IBB. Take a look at the IBB versus Regeneron Pharmaceuticals. There is something definitely wrong when we take a look at least that's what shareholders are suggesting to you or I. Granted, it is going to form a TD9 count. But, Hector, I would say use the shorter-term time frames for your signals, or if you're an intraday trader, that's a whole different scenario out there. But you were asking about a long-term hold. And when we take a look at the weekly chart out there, it does not look good at all. It could form an A to B equals CD to the downside, which would be a whopper. When I say a whopper, we're not projecting this yet. Well, we're projecting it because I'm drawing the pattern in. This has not been confirmed, not yet, but it could be depending on this week's close. If this week closes below 467, we're at 463.73 right now. If it can do it with more than 5 million shares, you're looking at 361. Got an A to B, a longer term. A to B equals CD to the downside. So be patient on this one, because something is wrong in Regeneron Pharmaceuticals. Steve Rhodes and the shareholders know, and we know what they know. We'll be right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Are you grinding in the market but seeing little to no return? Or are you a successful trader simply looking to make his job a little easier? Learn to take the path of least resistance with David White's powerful trading newsletter. David White is an accomplished trader whose deep understanding of technology and the markets allows him to consistently find and share winning trades. Support and resistance define the ranges in which stocks trade. By understanding these trading ranges, David White is able to find the path of least resistance. David White's trading newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, is delivered daily before the markets open to make every trading day an easy win. Visit TFNN.com today and subscribe to David White's Ultimate Trading Newsletter for $119 a month and try all of our newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Take the path of least resistance at TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So one of our dinners, Peak D, wants to take a look at Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. And we were looking at a couple charts during the break, and we both agreed that we're going to, instead of focus on the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, we're going to look at the underlying instrument, which should be the March future contract for Bitcoin. So let's do that by pulling over the charts out here. And the question was, where's an entry point? So as we take a look at, and we'll populate this chart out here, as we take a look at the futures contract, today's signal is a confirmation of a Rhodes momentum indicator top. What is that? Price has been moving higher, doing less relative energy. That gets tracked and signaled with these black diagonal lines. That only becomes a problem if there's a bearish reversal candle. Well, you've got really two reversal candles that are going on at the moment. First, you have a Japanese dark cloud cover candle. Depending on where that closes, that may or may not go away. If price rallies from here, that could easily go away if it gets below the halfway point of Friday's bar out there. However, we can also see that both the high and low of Friday has been taken out. That creates a key reversal session. A key reversal session needs three things. One, you must be in an extended condition. Well, we are. Got a Rhodes momentum indicator signal tracking. I guarantee we're in an extended condition. Two, the high and low of the prior bar needs to be exceeded. Well, that's been done, both to the downside and to the upside. And then three, this we won't know till the close today, price must close in one tick, one pip, 1 penny in the opposite direction of the trend. Well, that's what we have right now. So you have a valid top. However, and this is really important, I developed the oscillator unchanged line here. Now, I wasn't the developer of the oscillator unchanged line, but I've taken this tool, the oscillator unchanged line, because of the relevance that it has. See, I search for tools because I never could figure out, maybe you have this figured out, but I never could figure out when a retracement began, when was the difference? Could we try to identify the difference between just a normal retracement back to support or something that meant something else? And that's what that oscillator and change line is all about. You see, when it's green, it tells me the price oscillator is above zero. Price oscillator difference between two things. I happen to use the exponential moving average, and that's the 19 and 39 day. And that is rocket science, but we won't go into it. But the using those numbers is important. But what we also have here, so we can see that so far today's pullback has just been a normal retracement. Yeah, price got below it, but you're looking at the wick of the candle. The body of the candle is the essence of price. The wicks of the candle, or the upper or lower shadows, those are nothing more than the screaming memes, if you know what I mean. That's just the wild swing emotions. Now, they're valuable. They help us to understand those upper, lower shadows out here. But so far, just a test and rejection of support. So now you have a valid top, and you have support holding. So really, it's a neutral signal. Today's going to be bar number 7 of a TD9 count. We can see that the last top that formed was on bar number 9 of a TD9 count out here. I'm going all the way back into the January of 2021 time frame out here. So just caution. We go to the short-term time frame charts, such as a 30-minute time frame. What do we have here? Well, on the 30-minute time frame, we have an A to B equals CD to downside. I'm not drawing it in here, but you can clearly see that. That was confirmed earlier with that big wide-ranging bar to the downside. It was confirmed with a bullish engulfing candle at 10 o'clock this morning. Now, price held that second breakout level of 52.27. Price is above a red oscillator and change line. 30-minute time frame. Price is targeting 54.844. It's a bearish structured profile peak. If you're depending on how you're trying to trade this, if this is just an intraday trade, I think you were saying you're trying to trade this for a longer term position out here. And man, I'm yelling caution, but I've been yelling caution for a long time. 54.844. You close above that, then price should continue its bullish mode out there. So I hope that helps you out. Weekly chart, what do we have out here? Not much, because I've got the March contract, so that's not going to help us. I wouldn't even use this data at this stage. Not enough data out there. So I hope that helps you out. That was on Bitcoin, GBTC, but really we needed to understand the underlying instrument in order to truly make a good call. So let's go to our next request. This is from Michael P. And Michael wants to look at, give me a second here. Michael wants to look at VLO. Is that Valero? I believe so. Let's go take a look at VLO, and let's understand what Michael's asking for. First, how does VLO look to you? And Disney. Looks like the airlines, oil, and VLO took off. VLO is a refiner. Thank you. Okay, so if we take a look at Valero, above the top of the daily, weekly, and monthly profile. So, Mike, yeah, taken off, but it's taken off for quite some time. But all of that is bullish. Let's pull over to the other charts here for Valero, see if there's any kind of potential topping signal. And on the daily time frame, the answer is no. Bar number 5 of a TD9 count, so maybe at the end of the week this has some kind of a top signal, but we don't have one right now. Weekly, this also looks good, so no problem there. There's an A to B equals CD to the upside that's underway. I'll paint that in on my other charts. If we look at the monthly time frame, everything here looks good. So let's try to figure out where the next price target for VLO is to the upside. And to do that, we're going to draw in the A to B equals CD pattern on the weekly time frame chart. Now, what I'm using for my A point is going to be the low from October 26th. And the B point is going to be from the high of November 30th, the week of, and then the low of December 21st for A to B equals CD. So we know a couple of different things, Michael P. The very first thing we know is that the B to C leg has been just a less than a 0.382 retracement, 37.25 to be exact. What do we know about retracements that are shallow? We know that typically they tend to generate more than a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD to the upside. So the first target, which is the 1-to-1 level, is 78.13. But Michael, you and I know that more likely than not, this is going to target an expansion of that A to B leg. And that could be either 85.26, 94.34. We could go on and on. But the first target becomes 78.13, and that is for Valero. So that's what I see when we take a look at its charts out here. Yeah, so we've got a caller on the line, and it is Victor in New Jersey. And Victor, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
Good. I'm going to give you 3 of them if you get to them. GNOG.
GNOG.
Yeah, it looks pretty sick. It's an online gambling casino. Supposedly makes money.
Golden Nugget. So it's good quality casino, but it is trading below the bottom of its daily profile. What are you trying? Are you trying to get into a spot here? Trade?
I was thinking about it. It looks like it's clearing all its gaps, unless I don't know something about online gambling. They got into Michigan. They got here. They got there. I don't know. Unless it feels saturated. I don't know. figure it out.
Well, let's look at its daily time frame. Let's use its daily time frame for any kind of signal for you to take an entry into this position. And at this stage here, this is saying this has lower to go. The reason that I would suggest that is because 2 days ago on Thursday, that generated a valid TD9 count bottom. And today, you're trading below Thursday's session. And so what that suggests to you and I is that this should pull back to its breakout area. And its breakout area is 1340. So I would sit on GNOG, wait till it gets towards that 1340 level, and then call me back. We'll take a look and see what chart patterns out there.
And I have another one for you. But you know, it's also options expirations. And only Wednesday's your true number. I always thought, like, said Friday and Monday and Tuesday are weird days, and then by Wednesday you're delta neutral. That's what I always thought. The guy on after you always talks about that.
Victor, we're going to a hard breakout here. Let the production guys know, because we're only going to have 2 minutes. Let the production guys know the second instrument that you want, and we'll get to that when we come back from this break. We're on the line with Victor in Paramus, New Jersey. Steve Rhodes.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter, a must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave! Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based, vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, just $89, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So we're going to take a look at Palantir Tech. This is for Victor in Paramus. And Victor, I'm assuming that he was looking for an entry into the position. He's got two that he wants to take a look at. So I'm just going to let him know what it is that we're looking at. So What you saw on Friday was a confirmed by the D point or a Gartley buy pattern. And that was because of the gap to the upside. So you've got a little bit of an island reversal out here. Not a little bit. You have an island reversal. You've got a bullish structured profile. And so if you're looking to get long, you can most certainly take a position or begin a position now. The ideal entry, don't know the price will get there, would be $25.88 to $27.25. You're $28.27 right now. Your stop needs to be a close below last Friday's low. That last Friday's low was $24.50. Let's go take a look at the next one. That is Ride, Sally Ride. That's Lordstown Motors Corp. That's trading below the bottom of its daily profile. Today would be day one below that level. You're inside the weekly profile out here. So that is suggesting a further pullback. Again, RIDE is the ticker symbol. Let's take a look at my other chart, see if there's any significant patterns, anything on the daily time frame. There's not. Today's going to be bar number 6. This says you could be about 3 days away from a potential bottom, 3 to 4 days away. So, Victor, why don't you circle back around with me, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, we'll take a look. But at this stage here, that's not the charts are not suggesting that now is a time to enter Ride, Sally, Ride. Ride is ticker symbol. Well, a little more so going into the close out here, the close of this show at 2 p.m. If you're trying to figure out what's the ES Mini going to do, watch 38.9850. We're trading at 38.9850 right now on a 30-minute basis. You're in bar number 6. A close above 38.9850 on a 30-minute basis says that the ES Mini heads higher because that's its TD9 breakdown level. Well, folks, it was great to be with you. Thanks so much for joining us. Stay tuned for 2 more great hours, and please circle back with us again tomorrow on Terrific Tuesday. But have a magical, magnificent, and marvelous Monday. Be safe out there. We'll see you soon.